Okay, I wanted to start just from the very beginning of development and follow through one item. And so what I've done is I'm using the KEV client here, and I created this item today. And I want to do a thorough test of it. So opening the development, adding the new development, that seems to work really well. I do see again some date format issues. It seems like we need to get a standard format. And I think what I'd like to see, just so that there's absolutely never uh, any kind of confusion about a date, is to put the day and then spell out the month in 3 letters and then put the year. So this would say, this is supposed to be 11/9. This would say 09-NOV-15. And that way no one would ever wonder what the date was. So let's try to put that through all of them, because as I've put on other posts, the dates seem to be all over the place. This works well. So I'm going to just update development, close it out. Now I should come back to the same filtered table that I had of just KEV until such time as I would remove that filter from this particular list. So if the user filters down, leave it there until they come back and actually take it away. Okay, so from here, I went into vendors to see what a vendor would see. And when I come here, I can select a vendor just for the purposes of testing. I chose these two vendors to do it, so MT. Now, one of the things that I see that you've got here is a short list of vendors. I'm going to now jump over to admin and vendor setup. Any active vendors, we have active and non-active here. This is where anywhere within the system we should be able to pull for the drop down of vendors. And we don't have the 3-letter code here, the 2-letter code for factory. And right now I can't even get into vendor setup. I just can't get there on the admin. I need to be able to get in there, just like I can get into here. I can get into clients, and I can actually do some editing, but I can't do that under vendor setup. That's where you're supposed to be able to pull from active items. You're supposed to be able to, when I come here to this vendor, here, I should be able to pull from that vendor list that I've created, not just these 4. So that needs to be corrected. So let me go back here. I'm going to choose MT. Now, I find on my MT list, KEV. There's my item that I just created. I go in as the vendor to prepare my quote, and none of this is auto-populated. And the vendor themselves should not be able to do this. I'm the one who did that on the initial development input screen, so it should just show up here. So that needs a little work. Now if I put here material 1 and I put in face and I put in a yield of, it doesn't matter, 0.123 and $2 per yard, that should auto calculate out 0.123 times $2. That should auto calculate here, and that's not working. And it doesn't matter how many of these I do, it's just not going to auto calculate. It needs to auto calculate on the total cost row on everything going down. Quantity times US dollars. I've gone over this, so I think you guys have that there. But I just want to show you that I see that it's not working. And down here, I'm not sure where you've gotten these percentages, but those percentages should auto-calculate and change as all of this data comes down. It's cutting it out by materials and labor and other. So I can't go any further here because it's not really calculating anything for me here. This isn't filling in. and I'd like to get those areas corrected on the quote sheet before I proceed any further. I don't think I can even save for later or cancel.